So we'll just start seated on our mats, eyes gently closed. We're just going to center in with a little bit of breath work today. So just finding a comfortable upright position. Allow the shoulders to relax, lengthen through the spine, and root the sit bones down into the earth. We're just going to start with a simple 4-count breath work, breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 4. So finding your own rhythm, counting up to 4 on your inhale and exhaling for 4. Breathing through the nose. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Just continue to breathe like this for a few minutes. Centering the mind for our practice today. Take a few more deep breaths. On your next exhale, release any control over the breath, releasing the counting, breathing normally, finding that natural rhythm. Maybe already feeling just a little more clarity, a little more balanced. And slowly start to circle the head and circle the neck. Circle the other way. Slowly bring the head back to center. The palms of the hands are planted onto the knees. Start to circle the chest towards the knees, circling the hips, circling the shoulders, just warming up the body a little bit here, noticing any areas of comfort, discomfort, and circle the other way. Wonderful. Now we'll come back up to center. Core engaged. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, start to bend to the right side. Bring the right hand under the shoulder. The left hand reaches to the side. The chest reaches forward. Sit bones rooted down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale. Bend to the left. Lengthen through the spine and the neck. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend to the right. Maybe finding a deeper bend than you did the first time. You can take the forearm down to the floor if that's available to you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, final bend over to the left, maybe taking the left forearm to the earth. Root the sit bones down, reach through the right hand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the hands meet at heart center. Now I'll come onto all fours. Coming into tabletop, bring the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. The tops of the feet are planted onto the mat here. On your inhale, reach the chest forward, gaze up for cow pose. Soften the belly. Exhale, push the mat away, arch the spine. Draw the chin into the chest, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Now find your own rhythm here. Gently warming up the spine. On your next inhale, slowly come back into tabletop. Press the left hand down into the earth and inhale, reach the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, start to thread the right arm underneath the left. Take the right temple down to the mat and extend the left hand out in front of you. Take a few deep breaths here. Feeling the opening in the shoulder. Soften the belly. Bring the left hand back in underneath the shoulder. Inhale, send the right hand back up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right hand back down. Inhale, send the left hand up to the sky this time. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right. Take the left temple down to the mat. Maybe extend the right hand out in front of you. Thread the needle. Relax the jaw. Allow the hips to sink down towards the heels of the feet. Bring the right hand back in under the shoulder. Inhale, send the left hand to the sky. Exhale, bring the left hand back down underneath the shoulder. Now bring the toes together, widen the knees, and send the hips back for child's pose. Spine long, rest the forehead on the mat, relax the jaw. Know that child's pose is always available to you anytime throughout the practice. On your inhale, come back up into tabletop. Bring the knees back in underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers as wide as you can, engage the core, tuck the toes, lift the knees, send the hips back for downward dog. Bend the knees as much as you need to, spine long. The tailbone reaches to the sky. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Take a few deep breaths in your first downward dog. Getting comfortable here. Draw the heels down towards the earth. On your inhale, look up to the hands, lift the heels, and walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold, head hangs heavy, neck relaxed, knees bent as much as you need to be, as much as they need to be. You can even shake the head yes, shake the head no. On your inhale, slowly roll up. Remain to standing at the top of the mat. Step the feet hip-width distance, legs strong, feet rooted down, palms of the hands facing forward, mountain pose. On your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge the hips and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. The hands can come up onto the shins, core engaged. Exhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders, step the right foot back, and then the left, coming into plank pose. Shoulders and hips in one line. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Keep the elbows tucked into the ribs. Inhale, chest up, gaze up, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, send the hips back and find downward dog. Heels reach to the earth here, legs strong. Inhale, send the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Step the left foot to the top of the mat to meet the right, coming into your forward fold. Head hangs heavy, neck relaxed. Inhale, slowly roll up. The arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hinge the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Step the left foot back this time, and then the right. Plank pose, legs strong, hands push the mat away. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up, shoulders melt down the spine. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise up to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Core engaged, draw the belly button in towards the spine. On your inhale, extend the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Step the right foot to the top of the mat to meet the left, finding your forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up. The arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Now step the feet together, the legs together at the top of the mat. Engage the legs, engage the core. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, sit back into your imaginary chair. Spine long. When you look down, the toes are in front of the knees. There's a train coming, I'm gonna just warn you. On your exhale, fold forward, plant the hands under the shoulders, step the feet back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, find downward dog. Okay, the train's gone, so we're good. On your inhale, extend the right foot up to the sky. Bend the right knee and start to circle the knee here. Just opening up the hip. Start to circle the other way. Deep breaths, core strong. Inhale, send the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands, the top of the mat. The left foot steps in, toes point in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms rise for warrior one. Hips and shoulders square to the top of the mat, shoulders melt down the back. Exhale, bring the hands back down underneath the shoulders. Step the feet back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the left foot up to the sky. Bend the left knee this time. Start to circle the knee on this side. Equal weight pressed into both hands, arms strong. Remember to breathe. Circle the other way. Inhale, extend the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands, the top of the mat. The right foot steps in this time, toes point in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms rise, warrior one. Core strong, feet rooted down. Deep breaths here. Exhale, bring the hands back down under the shoulders. Step the feet back, plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, find downward dog. Relax the jaw, lengthen the spine. 3 deep breaths here, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. On your inhale, look up to the hands, lift the heels, walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Step the feet together, legs together. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky and sit back for chair pose. Maybe sinking a bit lower than you did the first time. Core strong. Inhale, arms rise, come back to standing. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Take a few deep breaths here. Reflecting on your practice so far. Then we'll meet back in mountain pose, feet hip width distance, palms facing forward, legs strong, core engaged. On your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down to the mat, untuck the toes. Wiggle the left foot forward so the knee is over the ankle or behind it. We can stay here, hands planted onto the mat. Or inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Maybe allow the hips to sink down a bit, closer to the earth. Shoulders melt down the back here. Exhale, bring the hands back down underneath the shoulders. Plant the right hand under the shoulder. Inhale, send the left hand up to the sky. revolved lunge. Stay here or tuck the right toes, lift the knee, engage the back leg. Slowly lower the knee if you have it lifted. Bring the left hand down underneath the shoulder. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee, send the left foot back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, find downward dog. Inhale, extend the left foot or the right foot up to the sky this time. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The left knee lowers down to the earth. Untuck the toes, finding your low lunge. Core engaged, slight tuck to the tailbone. Stay here, hands planted onto the mat or some blocks. Or on your inhale, you can reach the arms up to the sky. Core strong, spine lengthened. The crown of the head is reaching to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands back down under the shoulders. Left hand plants down onto the mat. Inhale, the right hand reaches up to the sky. Shoulders stacked over one another. Deep breaths here. On your exhale, bring the right hand back down underneath the shoulder. Tuck the left toes, lift the knee, step the right foot back, plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, find downward dog. On your inhale, extend the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the left foot on the outside of the left hand. The toes are off the mat and the heel is on the mat. Lower the right knee, untuck the toes, finding your lizard lunge here. You can keep the hands planted onto the mat. Allow the hips to sink down towards the earth, or if you want a deeper stretch, you can bring the forearms down to the mat, or maybe take a block or a stack of books under the shoulders. Come down to the elbows on top of that. Just find a comfortable edge for you. Taking a few deep breaths here, feeling the opening in the left hip, right inner groin. Relax the jaw. Soften into the pose. Start to bring the hands back up underneath the shoulders if they're not there already. Heel toe the left foot back into the center of the mat. And inhale, start to straighten the left leg. Draw the toes up to the sky. The leg doesn't have to be totally straight here, but just straightening it as much as you can. Finding a little hamstring stretch here. You can even fold over the leg if that feels good. Taking a few deep breaths here. Slowly start to bend the left knee, coming back into your low lunge. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee, send the left foot back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, find downward dog. Inhale, extend the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Toes off the mat, the heel is on the mat. Lower the left knee, untuck the toes, finding your lizard lunge. Hips sinking down towards the earth. Hands on the mat, or maybe taking the forearms down to the mat or block. Lengthen the spine, lengthen through the back of the neck. Crown of the head reaches towards the front of the mat. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Soften into the pose. Start to bring the hands back down underneath the shoulders. Heel toe the right foot to the center of the mat, coming into your low lunge. Now start to straighten the right leg as much as you can, drawing the toes up to the sky, finding a little half split stretch. You can even fold over the right leg if that feels good, feeling the stretch in the right hamstrings. Start to bend the right knee, coming back to your low lunge. The hands are underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift the left knee, send the right foot back, plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward dog. On your inhale, extend the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The left foot steps in, toes point in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms reach up, warrior one. Fingers energetically reach up to the sky, slight tap to the tailbone. Now start to bring the hands behind the back, clasp them behind you. Inhale, straighten the arms, draw the hands down the tailbone. Maybe find a little heart opener, back bend. Exhale, start to fold forward over the right thigh. Press into the right big toe. Humble warrior. The hands reach up to the sky. Legs strong. Feet planted down into the mat. On your exhale, release the hands down underneath the shoulders. Step the feet back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, reach up. Chest reaches up, gaze up for cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale. Come to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward dog. Core engaged, fingers spread wide. Press into the index fingers and the thumbs. Inhale, extend the left foot to the sky. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The right foot steps in, toes point in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms reach up for warrior one. Legs strong, deep breaths. Start to bring the hands behind the back, clasp them behind you. Inhale, straighten the arms, draw the hands down the tailbone, maybe finding a little back bend on the left side. Exhale, fold forward over the left leg, humble warrior. Back leg strong, shoulders open. Relax the jaw. On your exhale, release the hands back down under the shoulders. Step the feet back, plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Elbows tucked into the ribs. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Downward dog. Heels reach to the earth, tailbone reaches to the sky. Inhale, send the right foot to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The left heel comes down to the earth this time. Inhale, cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. Right knee over the ankle, left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Breathe here, gaze over the right middle finger. On your inhale, flip the right palm and reach forward. When you can't reach forward anymore, bring the right hand overhead, reach to the back of the mat for reverse warrior. Inhale, come back into warrior two. Bring the right forearm down to the thigh. Inhale, reach the left hand to the top of the mat, extended side angle. The chest opens to the left side, shoulders stacked over one another. Slight tuck to the tailbone here. Exhale, bring the hands down underneath the shoulders. Lift the left heel, step the right foot back, plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward dog. On your inhale, extend the left foot to the sky this time. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The right heel lowers down to the earth. Inhale, cartwheel the arms open for warrior two. Core strong, gaze over the left middle finger. Inhale, flip the left palm and reach forward. When you can't reach forward anymore, bring the left hand overhead, reach to the back of the mat, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Bring the left forearm down to the left thigh. Inhale, reach the right hand to the top of the mat. Reverse or extended side angle. Shoulders stacked over one another. Deep breaths here. Chest opens to the right side. On your exhale, bring the hands back down under the shoulders. Lift the right heel. Send the left foot back. Plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift up to all fours. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees and find downward dog. And this will be your final downward facing dog. Taking a few deep breaths. Noticing the differences between this downward dog and the first. Lengthen through the spine and neck. The hands, push the mat away. On your next inhale, come back into plank pose. Shoulders and hips in one line. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, and bring the toes together. Widen the knees and send the hips back for child's pose. The hands can extend out in front of you, or you can bring the hands down by the heels of the feet, giving the shoulders a little break if that feels good. On your next inhale, slowly find your way back into tabletop. I lied, that wasn't your last downward dog. We're going to tuck the toes, send the hips up, finding downward dog. Just for a second, then we're going to look up to the hands, lift the heels, and walk the feet to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold. On your inhale, slowly roll up, coming to standing at the top of the mat. Now we're going to come into tree pose, a little balancing. So we're going to root down into the right foot here. You can spread the toes as wide as they can go and just send them really firmly down into the mat. Strengthen the right leg. Now you can bring the left foot onto the right ankle, using it as a little kickstand here. The hands can be on the hips, or you can have the hands at heart center, wherever you feel most balanced. You can leave the foot on the ankle, or you can bring the foot up to the shin, or maybe even taking the left foot into the right thigh. Making sure the knee is opening to the left side, hips are staying square to the top of the mat or wherever you're facing. Core strong, standing legs strong, maybe even growing your tree out, extending the arms. Take a few more deep breaths wherever you are. Slowly return the left foot back down to the mat. You can shake the right leg out if that feels good. And then we'll just take the balance on the other side, rooting the left foot down into the mat, spreading the toes wide, pressing them back down into the earth. The right foot comes into the left ankle this time. Make sure both legs are engaged here, and the hips are squaring to the front of the room. Hands come onto the shoulders, onto the hips, or they meet at heart center. The right foot can stay at the left ankle, or you can bring it onto the left shin. If you're wanting more of a challenge, you can bring the right foot to the left thigh. Making sure you're not resting your foot on the knee. We want to protect the knee here, so either thigh, shin, or ankle. Few deep breaths wherever you are, maybe growing your tree out. Slowly return the right foot back down to the mat, shaking the legs out. And then we'll step the feet mat width distance, toes off the mat, heels on the mat, legs strong, core engaged, slight tuck to the tailbone here. And on your exhale, start to bend the knees, drawing the tailbone down towards the earth, finding your yogi squat. If you need to take a block underneath the sit bones, that's totally awesome. Or if you just want to be in a low squat, also totally awesome. Just finding a comfortable space wherever you are. Shoulders relaxing away from the ears. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, final sigh out the mouth. Now slowly start to lower yourself down onto the mat, finding a seated position, feet planted onto the mat, knees bent. The hands can rest underneath the shoulders here. The chest reaches towards the top of the mat. Engage the core. Start to lift the right foot off the mat. If that feels good, maybe you want to lift the left foot off the mat, finding supported boat pose. If you want more of a core challenge, you can reach the hands towards the feet, maintaining length in the spine, engagement in the core. Exhale, bring the feet and the hands back down to the mat. Slowly lower all the way onto the back. Now start to hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze here. And then slowly bring the arms out to the sides like a T. Keep the knees tucked into the chest. And on your exhale, engage the core slightly and start to bring the knees over to the left side of the body. Finding a little twist here. You can even bring the left hand onto the knees if that feels good. Deepening the twist, deepening the stretch. Maybe even take the gaze over the right shoulder. Wringing out any tension in the body, in the mind. On your next inhale, bring the knees back into center. And on your exhale, start to bring the knees over to the right side of the body. You can have the knees stacked if that's comfortable in the hips. If not, you can even straighten the legs out to the side. Or have your knees kind of staggered. Whatever feels comfortable to you, listen to your body. Maybe take the gaze over the left shoulder, deepening the twist. Feeling the shoulders melt down into the floor. Engage the core slightly. Bring the knees back into center. Now grab hold of anywhere on the feet that's comfortable. Maybe take the big toes with the peace sign fingers. Extend the feet up to the sky like you're trying to walk on the ceiling for happy baby. Maybe even rock from side to side here. Just exploring any final movements that the body might be craving before we move into our final resting pose, finding stillness for a few moments. So whenever you're ready to find stillness, you can slowly release the legs down onto the floor. Allow the arms to relax at the sides, maybe wiggling around, just shifting around on the earth, allowing yourself to just sink deeper into the floor. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders, feel the arms resting heavy at the sides, the palms facing up. Relax the belly, the breath. Feel the weight of the lower body resting on the earth. Legs, ankles, feet, all relaxed. Allowing yourself to just be here, all here. And absorb all of the benefits of the practice that we just did. And releasing any remaining unwanted feelings into the earth, into the mat. Letting all of the worry, stress, just melt off of you. Very slowly, gently, start to bring your awareness back into the space around you. Notice any sounds, smells, anything. Just bring you into the present moment. You can start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Maybe draw some wrist circles and ankle circles. On your inhale, reach the arms overhead like it's the very first stretch of the day. And on your exhale, start to roll over onto the right or the left side, bringing the bicep under the head as a pillow. And slowly find your way back to a comfortable seated position. The eyes can remain gently closed, and the hands can meet at heart center. Taking a moment to reflect on your practice. Note any differences in how you feel mentally, physically. And thank your mind, thank your body for allowing you to practice. The light in me honors the light within each of you. Namaste.